How the cell phone helped reduce drug-related gang deaths. The increased use of cell phones reduced U.S. homicide rates in the 1990s, according to new research distributed by the National Bureau of Economic Research. The popularity of cell phones undermined the turf-based business model for illegal drug dealing, a co-author of the study suggests. That, in turn, the researchers found the link between mainstreamed cell phone service and the reduction in 1990s homicide rates after analyzing data from 1970 to 2009. Homicides declined. The study, entitled, estimated that roughly 1,900 to 2,900 of that decrease could be explained by the mainstreaming of cell phones. When users had cell phones, they didn't have to buy on the corner. The street market, cell phones may have been behind the decline in violent crime in the 1990s by reducing drug-related deaths, said co-author Lena Edlund, an associate professor of economics at Columbia University. When users had Edlund and co-author Cecilia Machado, an assistant professor at the Getulio Vargas Foundation in Rio de Janeiro, proposed that the cell phone effectively cut out the middleman. Phones also allow a move away from turf-based dealing, may have reduced the ability to cartelize drug sales, dented profits, and dulled the allure of gang life, the authors added. A move away from turf-based dealing may have reduced the ability to cartelize drug sales, dented profits, and dulled the allure of gang life. It's the phone. Edlund and Machado examined county-level mortality data from the Vital Statistics System and mortality data from the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Supplementary Homicide Reports SHORE, using the density of antenna structures like towers as a proxy for cell phone service expansion. The researchers found stronger effects among male Black or Hispanic victims. They also saw, as for more recent year-over-year increases in violent crime, the U.S. murder rate. For example, Edlund and Machado pointed out that homicide rates have remained relatively low, suggesting a fundamental regime shift overall. This research suggests that no, they're not going back up again, Edlund said. The market for drugs.
Raindrop, drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.